A recent report done by Research Solutions Africa indicated that potatoes are the second most consumed vegetable in the Kenyan households, of course, after maize. But well, there are 1,000 reasons as to why you should venture into the potato business. Now, there's a lot of opportunities in value addition that remain underexploited. This is partly because of little production of processor-friendly potato varieties in Kenya. Today, I'll be taking you through the potato value chain at Kinangop Fries. Let's find our way to Nyandarua County, where Kinangop Fries is located, to learn more about potato value chain. Hello and welcome to Kilimo na Biashara show, a show that brings you different types of farming methods and all emerging trends in the agribusiness world. So for the time that I've been dealing with farmers, they tell me that farming is a profitable venture. And with value addition, even better, with better earnings. Well, do you remember last week we were doing potato farming? So we are not even close to finishing this potato business, because today we want to explore value addition of potatoes. So right here, we are at Kinangop Fries and want to see what they do here. What are the activities found here? Let's go. Hello, Joseph.
Hi, Linda. Welcome to Kinangop Fries.
Thank you so much. What's happening here?
We have just received potatoes from our farmers. So what we are doing at the moment, we are weighing it before we proceed on to the other processes like grading and the rest. Yes.
Then let's go see what's happening.
Let's get it.
Okay. So this is the first stage that you do?
Yes, this is usually our first step. And actually it's usually weighing.
Yeah. So that you know the kgs.
Yes, so that we always want the farmers to know what exactly they have supplied us.
Yeah.
And like what happens out there, they sell in bags.
Yes.
Yes, so ours is quantified in kgs. Yes.
So after weighing, what's the next process?
The next process is usually grading. Yes.
So with potatoes, what's really grading?
So grading, actually what we do here, we separate the big potatoes and the small potatoes.
Ones.
This is what we call grade 1, the big potato.
Yeah.
And the small one, this size, is what we'll call grade 2. Yes.
The big one, grade 1.
The smaller
one,
grade 2.
And they serve different purposes.
Yes, they serve different purposes.
So from here, where do we go to next?
So from this point, we are going to get directly into the production area. And because we are always keen on biosafety measures.
Yes.
So we are going to have a dust coat and some gumboots, so that we can observe those hygiene policies that we have to practice. Yes.
So here, what happens?
So this is our the first processing unit.
Viazi bado ni viazi.
Bado ni viazi. Yeah, and actually the activity that we do here is the peeling. Behind me is the peeler that does just the removal of the skin of the potato, and the potatoes proceed to the next point where the inspection is done. So generally this is just peeling and washing. So it starts with washing to remove the mud, and then peeling follows.
At the beginning, when we were grading, I noticed that it's graded to 1 and 2. So when it comes to the peeling section, what happens? Do you mix them and peel them all together?
Now, when the processing starts, we peel depending on what we are processing for that day or for that specific order. If it is for fries or the chips, we use puree grade 1. Then if we are doing the whole peeled product, then we do a blend of the grade 1 and grade 2. Yeah, so it depends with what we are processing at that specific time.
You know, I'm looking at these potatoes and I'm just curious, which variety specifically do you take from the farmers, or you just pick any variety?
Yes, we are specific on the variety. Currently, we are specific on 2 varieties. We have one, the common one called Shangi, and the other variety called Makis. Those are the 2 varieties that we have identified are best for our product that we process here. And they are also liked by our customers. Yes, so those are the only varieties that we are dealing with at the moment.
And like you said, this is the peeling section. What really happens? I see there's a lot of potatoes.
At this point, in this trough, there is water so that the potato can be wet and then remove the excess soil or mud that can be on the potato surface. So that by the time it is getting inside the peeler, it's easy to peel off without a lot of soil on it. Yeah, that's the reason as to why we have water in this section.
So it has to be cleaned.
It has to be cleaned.
The peeling section, where do we go to next?
So from the peeling section, there's another section just behind me where we are going to see where we have manual inspection of the potato. At that point, we manually or physically remove the sunken ice that the peeler could not have, or the peeler was not in a position to remove. And then from that point, we can as well identify a potato that is rotten from inside that couldn't be physically identified when it is still had its own peels. So that's the second section that we are going into.
Even before we go to the next stage, is this machine efficient? Do you find it efficient as compared to normal peeling where we are peeling to perfection?
Yeah, it's very efficient because it would take a long time for an individual to peel, for example, 100 kg bag. But with this machine, that's 100 kg bag will take less than 10 or 20 minutes and it will have completed that process. So using machines is very efficient. Yeah.
But what's the capacity of this machine?
Our production line got a capacity of processing around 8 tons in an 8 hours working shift. So if the business is well and we decide to go for a 24 hours system, we are in a position to process about 16 tons every day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that big.
So from the peeler section, where to next?
After peeling, the next section is about the inspection, where we are going to see the removal of the ice. It's right behind us.
Okay, let's go. I'm curious to see everything.
Yeah, we are going to learn the whole process.
At least hapa zimepiliwa.
Yeah, now they are peeled. So this is the manual inspection unit.
Habari zenyu. Wow. Yeah, and it's very fast. It's a fast activity.
It's fast because it's already been peeled.
Wow. Let me see how you do it and then I do it also. No, I can try. I can try. I don't know whether I'll be slow. I'll not be as fast as you, but I will try anyway.
So it is that simple because the potatoes has already been peeled. So the only task here is usually the removal of the ice.
The removal of the ice.
Yeah, these are the ice.
Kutoa macho.
Kutoa macho.
Wow, you remember that conversation in last week's show? Kutoa macho, hii ndio macho.
Yeah, we do that because the peeler might not have been in a position to do it directly. So this is why we do this manual inspection. Again, at this point you are able to see the potatoes that are of desirable quality. Like this one, the green one that you couldn't have identified before it is peeled. And now this one, it's usually discarded.
So you discard. So actually this is the quality section. You determine the quality.
Yes, it actually is. Yeah, yes.
So how do you determine that this goes for chips, this goes for fries, and this goes for any other element?
Yes, at this point you can as well change because you might, in between the process, there might be maybe a small order for a different product.
Yes.
You can just select directly from this point. Yeah, and you just go on with the process.
Yeah. So Joseph, these ones that you are peeling specifically, they are for what?
Currently what we are doing, we are preparing for the whole peeled potatoes. As you can see, they are of smaller size as compared to what you saw when we were preparing for chips, but they can as well be used for potato crisps that doesn't require that huge, the large potatoes. Yes.
Since we've been talking here about making crisps and also making fries, tell us some of the other things that you can make out of potatoes.
Potatoes can be processed into very many other products.
Yes.
And the variation in their product depends on how you cut them, because this whole, for example, this is whole peel potato.
Yes.
If you chop it into chips shapes, it becomes chips.
Yes.
There's a way you can cut it, it becomes wedges, it becomes bajias, cubes, and at times you can even go to the other processes, you fry it and it becomes potato crisps. So it depends on how you prepare it.
Since you're receiving different varieties here, which one really commands the market?
The demand is almost equal because there are those huge number of customers that wants the potato chips, but there are also others, equivalent number of customers who desires the whole peel potatoes. Yeah, but it depends with what they go to prepare with it.
I know potatoes are grown almost everywhere in Kenya, but where do you source yours? Locally, or you move even to other counties?
We are lucky because we are established in an area that is a potato hub in Kenya. So we don't have much challenge in sourcing the potatoes.
Yes.
But when the potato is out of season, especially in Kinago, yes, we go to source even from other counties. For example, Narok, Nakuru, even at times we go to Meru.
Now I'm just curious, with what we've built here, like this, do you discard it or you value add, or what do you do with it?
Now, in most food processing companies, they are usually no waste. Because what you are putting here, it's not a waste. They are used as animal feeds.
Oh, animal feeds?
Yes. So there are those farmers who come, they buy the peels, and they use them as animal feeds for their various livestock that they have.
So nothing goes to waste?
Nothing goes into waste.
That's so impressive.
Because we can as well have some other products, because potatoes can be crushed and they produce potato starch, which is also another product that maybe in future you might venture into and start producing potato starch.
Hey Joseph, this is double value addition right here.
In these processes, there is no wastage.
So from here, Joseph, where do we go to next? Because I see we are nowhere close to the end.
Yeah, this is not the end. Yes. So from this point, I told you we are producing the whole peeled potatoes. They are washed again. This is the first washing. So they are taken to another washing trough where the final washing is done before they are ready for packaging.
If you ask me, I feel like these potatoes are underrated. I mean, there's a lot that you can do with this. Ni tuzito. Wow. Sasa tumedeliver hapa viazi. What next?
So this is the final washing. I told you cleanliness in food is key. Yes. So this is the point where we do the final washing. They have to be clean, so that at the point that we are going to pack, they are perfectly clean. So at this point, this is the final washing.
How many times do you wash before you get to the end of the processing?
It's done several times, because you remember we washed before we peeled, after peeling, and this is now the final. So at least about 3 or 4 times.
Joseph, where I come from, when you soak potatoes for quite some time, it changes color and it even changes the taste. What's your trick here?
What we do at this point, time is of essence. We don't have to put the potatoes in water and it stays for long. It's just for a short time, for the washing time, not more than 2 minutes. It's washed and taken out of water.
So after cleaning, what's the next stage?
From this point, we go to the brower section, where it is brown. The service water is removed, so that by the time you are packaging, it's dry and has no water in it.
So aside from making fries, like for chips and for crisps, what other things can be made out of this?
What we do, we process currently, we have chips, we have whole peeled potatoes, we have bajias, we have wedges, cubes, and now the potato crisps. But for chips, we will have to use the bigger size potatoes so that at least they have those long chips that most of our clients prefer.
Ah, so they prefer the long ones.
Prefer the long chips, yes.
And crisps?
For crisps, we can do even with the small size potatoes. They doesn't have to be that big.
So while in the farm the other week, the farmer told us that they vary from sizes and the tiny ones can be replanted back. So what do you do when you get those ones here?
What is brought to our factory is the size that can be processed. For the one that can be used as seeds is smaller than this. So that fast grading to remove the excessively small potatoes, it's done at the farm. So whatever is brought to us is big size enough that can be processed to any other product that we might need to process.
How long does the cutting process take?
With the machines, this process takes shortest time, a very short time. So it's just a matter of time. For example, to process a whole 100 kgs, that wouldn't take even more than 30 minutes to process. With the machines that we have, they are quite efficient.
So after cleaning severally, next stage is what?
And the rinsing at that point. Then at this point, we dry them so that by the time you are packaging, they will not have
These are the
fresh water. Yes, they are. Yes.
Okay. And these are the fries that are
so these are
here.
The fries.
So from drying,
we get this point. This is another inspection point that is done at this point.
So it's kind of sorting.
It's actually sorting so that the potato that might have been rotten inside is actually identified here when the potatoes are already chopped. So those that are rotten, they are discarded, and then we have the best now quality chips that have already been sorted at this point.
That are here.
That are quite long.
Yes. So Joseph, even before we talk about these ones that are nicely cut and ready for the market, what about those that have been cut badly? Will you just package them?
No, they are not rejects. Whatever comes here is a good product that can be sold. Whatever is too small that cannot be used as chips, there are some clients who want it to cook. They prepare mashed potato.
Like mokimo, the local dish.
Yes, the local dish mokimo.
Yes.
That's what they use to prepare such dishes.
So nothing really goes to waste.
Nothing goes to waste.
So people normally have preferences. There are some that want the long ones, the short ones.
Yes, there are customers who come with their own specifications. So we prepare as per customer specifications. If they want long ones, we prepare those. If they want medium ones, we do. Others want thick ones, others thin one. So we work as per the customer specifications.
So from sorting, what's next?
So from this point, this actually is the last thing now that we do. We wait. If a customer wants 2 kgs, 5 kgs, like our packaging is a 5 kg pack. So we weigh. If, for instance, a customer wants 2 kgs, so we place it there, and then using the scale, now we weigh and ensure it's a pack of whatever the customer wants.
It's 2 kgs. Hapo. Wengine ni discounts. Hamna discounts.
It's usually 2 kg when packed. So that's it. So at this point, you can see that we allow even for the small scale customers. You don't have to buy the whole pack. That you might find it difficult to use the whole of it. Maybe for those who have small families. So we package as per what the customer wants.
Can be large scale, can be in small scale.
That's
so hapa unafunga.
So at this point now it's already weighed. Kutoka hapa it's packaging.
Okay, let's go package.
Or
it's right here?
No, not here. We use another machine to do the packaging.
So it's just to seal it?
Yeah, we do the sealing at this point. We do vacuum packing. We always always concerned about our customers' health. So our basic way of preserving this product is doing vacuum packing. We don't use chemicals for their preservation, so that when the customers go to prepare them and eat them, consume them, they will consume them in a healthy state. And it will not rot. It will not rot. It has got a shelf life of about 4 days when vacuum packed, kept under chill conditions. So a customer can buy it today, and even after 3 days, he or she can still consume them. They are fresh. This is such a lifesaver. It saves on splitting
and then peeling potatoes in the house?
Actually, what we do, you know, there are those clients who don't want much struggle peeling, managing the waste. So we have a ready solution for them. Instead of them doing all those activities, just buy these ready to cook chips, and you use them at your convenience.
How much does it go for?
About pricing, it varies depending with the grade that one wants. There are those who like very long fries. We might not be able to sell at a price at the same price as that customer who wants the general medium fries. So the price varies depending on the grade that you want and also the location of delivery. So it do varies.
Like a kg goes for how much?
If you collect it from the factory, we'll sell at 100 per kg. So, but the others depends. The other pricing depends with where the customer is located.
Ah, that's a good one. Let's vacuum this one. Ooh,
So it's now ready.
ready.
Has already been vacuum packed. It's ready now for sale and even storage.
Yes.
Yeah.
You say 4 days.
It has got a shelf life for 4 days, up to 4 days, fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the last batch for today.
Yes, this is the last batch for today, and we can say we have completed now the whole process.
We can add with the others. We go deliver.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So this is the last batch for today.
Yes, this is the last batch. Now the whole process and the packaging is done, and now we are ready for dispatch to the market.
Wow. Hey, it's been quite insightful. I've learned so much. We truly appreciate it, and thank you for allowing us to come to your facility today.
It has been a pleasure hosting you, K24 here in Kilimo Biashara.
Thank you.
You are welcome again.
Hiya. Ooh. Ooh, ni mzito. Hey, Joseph. Hata una deliver nguo pia. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Wow. Waru. Have you seen that? Have you seen what you can do with potatoes? You cannot just make your local mokimo dish. You can do so much more with value addition of potatoes. I hope you've learned so much in today's episode. I'm truly impressed by what I've seen in these kinango fries. So until next week, we have another show, an amazing show lined up for you. Thank you so much for being part of the show. My name is Linda Koskai. See you next Friday.